Okay, so just finding the equation of the line. To find the equation of the line, if you use y minus y1 equals mx minus x1, this is probably one of the most important equation formulas that you learn besides y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus c is where you're given the gradient and where you're also given the y-intercept, which is b. The other thing that will come up here too, remember the gradient equals tan theta, because tan is opposite on adjacent, and the gradient is rise over run. So they're basically, if that's opposite and adjacent, and that's rise over run, so they mirror up. So if the angle that the line makes is 45 degrees, if you find tan of that, you'll have the gradient. Okay, so when you're finding the equation of a line, you need two things. You always need the gradient, and you also need a point. Now, very often the gradient will be found in a whole lot of different ways. You could just be given the gradient. You could be given an angle, and you use the gradient equals tan theta. And then the other thing that we'll look at later is whether the lines are parallel or perpendicular to another line. And we use that often too. Okay, so find the equation of the line. The other way too is if you're given 2 points, you can use like y2 minus y1 on x2 minus x1 to find the gradient. So basically, to get the gradient you could have, if you're given the angle, that would be the gradient's tan theta. You'd just be straight out given m. You'd be given 2 points, and then you use y2 minus y1 on x2 minus x1. Or you could give it parallel to another line, and parallel lines have the same gradient, m1 equals m2. Or perpendicular to another line, and m1 equals minus 1 on m2. They're negative reciprocal, so you flip and change the sign. So if we look at this one here, you find the equation of the line through the point, minus 1, 2, and with the gradient of 3. So you just put it into your equation. Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. So y minus 2 equals 3x minus minus 1. Y minus 1 equals 3x plus 1. And y minus 1 is 3x plus 3. So you could put it into gradient y-intercept form, 3x plus 3 plus 1. So y is 3x plus 4. Or you could move it all to the one side. 0 is 3x minus y plus 4. So 3x minus y plus 4 equals 0. That one's in general form. Okay, now we're given the gradient's minus a half, and it's going through the origin. So y minus 0 equals minus a half x minus 0. So you've just got y equals minus a half x. Okay, if you've got it through 2 points, use the gradient formula to find the gradient. So the gradient would be 5 minus 2 over 4 minus minus 2, which is 3 over 6, or a half. Okay, so you just take one of those points. It doesn't actually matter which one. Y, that's x1, y1. Y minus 2 equals a half x minus minus 2. Y minus 2 is a half x plus 2. If you want to put it in general form, it's a good idea just to multiply the 2 up the other side, because that's divided by 2. If you move that over there, then it's times 2, and that's 1 times x plus 2. 2y minus 4 equals x plus 2. And then when you move it all to the one side, if you take these and you move them over, you end up with x plus 2 minus 2y minus 4 is 0. So x minus 2y minus 2, because 2 minus 4 is minus 2, equals 0. Okay, the next one, so the gradient is 4 minus 5 over minus 2 minus minus 1. To get minus 1 over minus 2 plus 1. minus 1 and minus 1, so the gradient is just 1. So take 1 point. It wouldn't matter whether you took the second one or the first one. So we're just going to take the second, so I can show you. So it's y minus 4 is 1x minus 2. You'll get exactly the same equation regardless of which one you take. And then y equals x plus 2 plus 4. Y equals x plus 6. That is in gradient y-intercept form. If you move that to that side, it'll be x minus y plus 6 equals 0. Okay, so this one here, the y-intercept is, the x-intercept is 6, so that point is 6, 0. The y-intercept is 0, 3. So the gradient is 3 minus 0 on 6 minus 0, which is a half. You could just go, that's a half x plus 3, because that's the y-intercept, or y minus 0 is a half x minus 3. A half x, oops, sorry, that's the wrong way around. Y minus 3 is a half x minus 0. Y minus 3 is a half x. Y is a half x plus 3. You could also put that into general form if you wanted to multiply everything by 2. So you'd end up with, let's put it over here, 2y plus x plus 6. 2y equals x plus 6. So x minus 2y plus 6 equals 0. Okay, now if we make an angle of 45 degrees, then you go, the gradient equals tan 45. If you put that in your calculator, you get 1. So this is 2 minus 4. Y minus 4 equals 1, x minus 2. Y plus 4 equals x minus 2. Bring everything to the one side, and you get that. So you get x minus y minus 6 equals 0. And finally, the gradient here, the gradient will equal tan 135, which is minus 1. And the point's minus 2, 4. So you go y minus 4 equals minus 1, x minus 2. Y minus 4 is minus x plus 2. Y minus 4 is minus x minus 2. If I bring it all to the one side, you get x plus y minus 4 plus 2 equals 0. X plus y minus 2 equals